And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to
Hello,
the
everybody.
Live Show Saturday Night Hangout. Oh, hang on a second. Welcome, everybody. Got to turn that off.
These are like those eternity covers. You get the
Yeah.
infinite covers. It's like the infinite YouTube that just keeps going.
Spiraling into
Good.
infinity.
Doing the instant replay. But yeah, we haven't done this for a few weeks, but I'm glad everybody come out and joined by my guests. We've got Up and Adam. We got Adam. We got Chanko, our live reporter from C2E2,
Yeah, definitely.
and old Stevie D, Comics with Stevie D. So, but it's real quick. Just hopefully some more people come in, but we always enjoy the ones that are here. So let's see who's here. We've got K Munin. Welcome, buddy. Got my cousin.
Hey, Jamie. We didn't scare him off. That's good.
James Vaughn. And we got old Christopher Parker. And we got Adam there. Hey, Mr. Akins. Thank you, sir, for coming by. And old Richard. Richard, you're going to have to send me like a detailed direction on how to give people wrenches, because I was trying to figure that out before the show, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me, man. So, but we'll get it figured out, and I'll get you a wrench. And let's see here, Coach. What's up, Coach? And Lyle sneaking in. Big Lyle. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. But yeah, let's. How's everybody been doing? It's been, like I said, it's been a few weeks. So everybody doing all right? Everybody chilling out, hanging out.
Sore feet.
Sore feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear all about C2E2, man.
Yeah, we've got Chanko, our live reporter on the ground. What do you call that? The C2E2 reporter. Will tell us how it was and how it went, and took it all in today and wore out. So that's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, past couple of days. So got the 3-day pass. So I was there all day yesterday, part of the day today before I tapped out. But yeah, ran into a guy, Johnny from Johnny's Comic Stuff. Talked to him. Really good guy. Really great channel. If you guys haven't checked him out, he just scored an X-Men 1 recently. So yeah, he's got now. I think he's got like X-Men 1 through 100 now that he was able to put together finally after years of working on it. So yeah, good dude. Really good dude. In fact, he like gave me something. He gave I only started talking to this guy, a little while back, but he gave me, he's like, yeah, I saw that you were into like really old stuff. He gave me a whole stack. So this is the whole year in 1943 Lil Abner comic strips.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, like, what a cool gift. I obviously I'm going to have to send him an AOK after sending me something, give me something cool like this. But,
shoot.
Yeah, it's I did look it up because Frazetta worked on Lil Abner for several years, but this is before him. So this would have been for several years, but I can't remember the guy's name. But yeah, so this is before Frazetta, but still really such a cool thing, and really cool guy, and everybody should check that guy's channel out. But yeah, then I went I had a CGC submission, and they were doing things like during, like, if you submitted, you were guaranteed to have it back by the end of the con. So yeah, did that whole thing, waited in line. It was one of the first like long lines, and was sitting standing in line, and dude in front of me just turned. He's like, "Hey, what are you submitting?" And started talking to him. It turned out it was Yeezy B from Beyond Wednesdays, Beyond Wednesdays and House of Stein. He's on there all the time. He does a lot of their graphics work. Really good guy. So we both know Brian from Beyond Wednesdays, and again, another channel that I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are already subbed to Beyond Wednesdays, but like, you learn so much. Like if you're on it, like pretty much every Wednesday, Mark Spears is just hanging out and talking on that what they're doing over there. So yeah, it was cool to meet him, and yeah, it was Cap. You got it right. And then yeah, then kind of walked around, and I was a bit lost trying to find the different. I was looking for artist booths, like after I did my CGC drop, and like one of the first that I saw that I wanted, I brought several books, a handful of books I wanted people to sign, and found Jenny Frison pretty quickly. She had a huge line, so I kept trying to wait to get into that line where it wasn't that long, and then I did, and then like when I was like 3 or 4 people from the front, she like went to lunch, so I was like, oh shit. So now I stood in that line for nothing. Chris Claremont line was insane. It was just like wrapped all the way around. Eric from SideQuest was in that line today. Not able to meet up with him today. Unfortunately, I was bummed about that, but it was just I tapped out. My feet were just killing me after standing in line upon line upon line. But did meet Dan Mendoza from Zombie Tramp. Nicest guy in the world. Just had him sign some stuff. Just absolutely cool guy. Also met Zierdy, Nathan Zierdy, another super nice guy. Like Nathan Zierdy, almost too nice. Like he was spending like 25, 30 minutes with each person. So like the line was just crawling. What's going on, Nate? And
hello. Listening to your adventures.
Then I got like who else did I?
Yes, it did, K Munin.
And oh yeah, Dan Parent from RGA.
Cool
guy, and he did some remarks for me. Mendoza, I'll show all the stuff here. I got, as I was saying, I believe I measured it, and I believe it is like a literal metric shit ton of things that I have to show, along with like a couple really cool things, and one big thing. There was one big thing that I blew the budget on, and I'll show that.
Still can't figure it out.
It's okay. Alan was having trouble with his the other day too.
I was okay being Ducky. That was all good.
We're trying to figure this stuff out, man. But well, I mean, I know Chanko's got a crap ton to show and stuff to talk about, and I'm really anxious to hear about C2E2 because that's one show I'd like to be able to go to eventually, sometime, in the future. But being in Chicago and all, that'd be cool, I think. But I think it's a little far out for me, but maybe a few years. But it's something I definitely want to plan for eventually. But like I said, it sounds like it's a really cool show. It's got a lot going on and stuff. So
it was huge. The Hobbits were there from Lord of the Rings, but I
heard that.
But you knew right away as they were coming in because they're like a huge crowd and everybody's cheering. And I was walking by, and so nobody thought it was funny but me. I was like, hey, yeah, I'm here. Bye, everybody. Baldy, beardy knucklehead. Yeah, that didn't go so well. But yeah, so I showed some of the stuff on Biggie's channel last night, but I'll kind of go through that fast, and I'll show the stuff I got today and the slabs I got back, and then kind of the bigger stuff. I'll go and a couple stories.
Is it going on tomorrow too?
It is. I'm just going to go for a short time tomorrow. I think. I don't think I'm going to be staying the whole time. I'm going to try one more time to get Jenny Frison to sign some stuff. But that line, it's beaten me. It's beaten me once, and then every time I would go back, I was just like, I can't, man, I can't do a line. So.
You should.
There you go.
Sorry, Adam, I'm ducking you, but
that's okay, man. Hey, getting ducked on a Saturday night—that's not a bad thing.
Kind of figured. Hang
I'll
on,
take a good ducking if you're passing them out.
there, I'll swap.
Oh man,
Nobody needs to see this mug anyhow. So
I'll go through this stack kind of quick, and then I'll show some of the other cool stuff and tell some of the stories. But
oh yeah, buddy.
Vampirella, I think it's
Well, we can do a couple. We can do a couple rounds too and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go through like this stuff, the signed stuff, and then I got the slabs I got back. I already got them back. Like all the stuff I was having graded, I have it. It all came back already today. So, but some Zirdi signatures. Signed that one,
So,
and that's a married pair with this one. And this one he kind of did a cool little thing. He wrote a McZirdies on the front. So
oh, that's cool. I didn't know they were big burger fans.
Zirdi Black Cat, and I signed it kind of like.
Was that one of the exclusives? I remember seeing that.
This was he did it the C2E2 2025 on there, and then this one's really cool. The Lois as Superman or Super Lois.
wow,
Did it colors and everything.
That's pretty.
that's awesome.
That was a good one, and then Mendoza. He these are remarked, but it's like a profile, like a Zombie Tramp profile he does on these. It says a Lady Death signed and remarked, and
I like Black Cat.
Zombie Tramp signed and remarked, and some stickers.
Wow.
Another Lady Death with signed and remarked, that kind of stuff. But yeah, Mendoza, like super nice guy. Weren't many people who you couldn't really see his name. It was just showing like Coffin Comics, but you had to kind of like look in the fine print. He did put his own big name, but super nice guy. And anybody, if you're at a con and get a chance to meet Mendoza, nice dude. And but yeah, I went by Dan Parent too, and had him do some remarks. So I've got some limited issues of his. So that like this Dan Parent, this Sabrina Omega Man.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
That is so cool, dude.
This little Betty profile on there.
I knew Nate would like that one.
Yeah,
I love it.
One of 200.
Awesome.
It's one of what?
One of 200.
Wow.
And this one was one he did from New York Comic Con, but I loved it when I walked by. So he did this and the little Archie with the love things.
Very cool.
Sabrina.
That's great.
Cool one. And I don't think Alan's here, but don't ruin it for him. This one's going to Alan. This is a 1 of 200 Sabrina variant with a Jughead on a
Great.
Sabrina, and then this is a 1 of 30 I've had for a little while. But this Veronica in Hell, like jumping into the
cool.
And Archie did the Archie remark up on top, and this is kind of my favorite.
Yeah, that. What I don't know if I just saw that. Is that an homage of some kind? I know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another one. There's like a Veronica jumping into a pool.
Right.
That's homage. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Met Greg Horn today, and I was looking like all day yesterday for his booth. I couldn't find it, and finally today I found it. And I brought a couple things for him to sign, and then there were other things. And another nice guy, but he's quite a salesman. Like he's like, "Oh, did you see this? And did you see that?"
Absolutely.
I was just like, all right, throw it on a stack. Okay, ow, please stop, no more. and he just, but this one he did from New York Comic Con, Harley, that he signed. Cool. This is a con exclusive. So one of these, it's a 1 of 30. The other one's a one of 150. So this is 1 of 150. But Resident Evil, it's like a Mila Jovovich. Hold on. Sorry, lost. My camera's been acting up here in the hotel, but see if it lets me do it. This is not working at all. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's awesome.
Blowing a hole in a zombie. And
Cool.
this is the foil one, which is the 1 of 30. And then he had these Nick Cages as Ghost Rider.
Cool.
It's stuff. It's super cool. And this is a 1/100. And then this is the foil is a 1 of 10. I was like,
What?
yeah. So I was like, all right, shit, man, okay, you're killing me, dude. And he's like,
There you
it's a 1 of 10. You'll never see it again. I'm like, I know, yeah, I know. Yeah,
I've met
that's
him before. He's a
round.
salesman.
I'm sorry.
I said I've met him before. He is a salesman. It's hard to get out of there.
Nice guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll sit and talk to you as long as you want to talk. But he was like, oh yeah, this. And have you seen this? And I'm like, no, what's that? Please show me. Oh, 1 of 10. Hey, all right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my first round. I'll show slabs and the cooler stuff, and I got a really cool story about a kind of comic legend that I met today.
Cool. Anybody else got anything? I mean, I've got a bunch. I said I went to the store today, but I'm kind of rebagging them right now. So as you guys, you guys got anything else you want to show?
Yeah,
I've got a package
Yeah, go ahead.
from a fellow panel member here from Stevie D that showed up today. So, Steve, are you hearing me?
Do we have his audio?
Yeah,
Steve's.
His audio is that he came in first, and then Adam and Chaco came on, and he couldn't hear them, but he could hear me.
Huh.
So then he left, came back, since he was the last one. Then he could hear him, so he might have to go out and come back in.
Okay.
Came in after him. It's weird. It's something on his end.
Well, you know what? StreamYard has been kind of weird lately with audio stuff. So I don't know.
Hey, Stevie D,
Yeah.
close out real quick and come back again like you did before.
Okay.
It's it's they all have their moments, I guess. The stream.
Yeah. I don't know. I know he sent me these things. I wanted him to get to see it. So maybe pop over to somebody else until Steve comes back in.
I could show a few things, I guess.
Cool.
Let me see what I got here. So I picked up a couple of things up online that were, Chonka just showed some pretty girls. So, so these are, I got this as Dan Panosian.
Very good.
This is the they did a X-Men. These are the reprint, like the reprinted facsimiles, but these are like kind of exclusive covers. But this is the I'm a sucker for an Emma Frost cover, so this is the 131, which was really like in the real book was her kind of first cover appearance, and then the next one is Jean Grey is the Black Queen, and so that's for 132. So this is done by Lyrics. Did the cover for that one.
He was there today.
And then another 133, another Emma Frost, but this is by Lyrics. So pick that one up.
Lyrics was there today. I walked by her booth. I didn't stop.
Okay. And then I got a few. Well, I have to blame Nate on this. I had to text him as a fellow Zardoz lover. When he showed this off, I was like, okay, I gotta pick this up too. But
did I? No, I had it right down here just the other day. I put it away,
and now I'm on the hunt. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a Power Girl number 7. That I think is Amanda Connor.
Okay.
Did the same cover, but it's like Power Girl with So that's going to be.
I'll need Amanda Connor's awesome. I love her.
Yeah.
Art covers.
and then I picked up a bunch of like some random horror stuff. I This is just
Oh
like
wow.
uh,
Wow.
it says it's like 48 pages of the best story in art from independent comic creators, but they're not anybody that you've ever heard of. But
Wow. I love
it's
that.
all black and white. Like there's I want to say like 5 or 6 different stories. Haven't read it yet, but I got that, and then I've been going down kind of a um, Bronze Age kind of horror uh, thing. So got a Chamber of Darkness,
Nice.
number 4, and this one I it'd been a while since I had seen this one, but this is Chilling Adventures in Sorcery, the Red Circle.
Very
This is
cool.
a Gray Morrow cover, and this is it was called Chilling Adventures in Sorcery, and then they changed the title after this one to just be like Red Circle Sorcery. So this is the last one of those. But I was spiderweb thing, and on some kind of bird type thing. I was like, it's kind of cool.
It's Joust.
Yeah, it is Joust, man. Yeah, I love that game. And I got some Chamber Chills
Nice.
before, and they're beat up, but this one I've just always loved this
Oh
cover.
yeah.
I'm thinking I might need to do another Doctor Doom homage with that, because that just kind of reminds me of that, and have Reed and Sue running in the maze or something like that. And then I got number 21.
Great.
Cover. Got this in a dollar bin for my LCS. Fear.
I like it's just fighting an octopus.
Yeah, I mean, why not? While you're down there,
Right.
and it only has like one eye. It's like it looks like a Cyclops
He
octopus.
was looking at him wrong.
Yeah.
Octopus.
Like how he's looking at him.
This is another cool one that I got, which is Weird Wonder Tales number 3. I just love the like bog monster, swamp monster man
Yeah.
thing. Like anything in a swamp, like I'm game.
Yeah.
So that's
And
it
there's
for me.
so many of them. The heap. The
Yeah, the
swamp.
heat. Yeah. So I think is your sound fixed for Steve?
Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice.
All right. So I got a package from Stevie D. I'll show this real quick though, because you just said Gray Morrow. Somehow I ended up with all these things that he did the cover and or the interior art for. He actually did the interior art and the covers for the Lois Lane 2-issue miniseries, which I have. It's actually in my reading pile, so it's in my room. But he did this cover for a Star Trek annual, where it's Scotty. It's Scotty remembering a lost love, and you think, right? You're like, yeah, this is, of course, I've been asking for this forever. But it's
Even
actually,
it all I've got, Captain.
it's written by Peter David, and it's really good. Like this would be a really good Star Trek episode, I guess. So as far as a character study goes, yeah, I was ready to make fun of it, but this was actually really good as a Star Trek fan. So Steve sent me a package with some interesting books. He said that they were books he thought I would like. So I'm a little concerned when the first one is Alice in Leatherland. But Steve, I'm going to trust you, and I'm giving this one a read.
It's not
This
Fable.
is George R.R. Martin, so the Game of Thrones guy. It's called House of the Worm, and I'm with Steve that this kind of reminds me of Dune. I don't know anything about this. Like I know he has a series called Wild Cards that I've read a few of, but I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is a great cover. So this is Alpha Beta's issue 1, but it looks like an old NES cart.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Merrick Martin.
Oh, Kyle Starks. Interesting.
I don't know anything about this. It's got a Whatnot thing on it, so it's from Whatnot Publishing, but yeah, I'll check that out. Like, DC Horror 1 of 6. How have I never heard of this? It's Soul Plumber.
Yes, that's actually really good. That's great.
It's called Soul Plumber. It has to be.
It's great.
That's great.
So
They did
I
a 6-issue mini of that. Yeah.
hey,
Just
have fun,
apologies
Eric.
again to Eric. I didn't get to meet Eric. Sorry, man. I didn't get to meet you today. Another time. I apologize.
Well, it sounds like he spent most of his day waiting for Chris Claremont.
Hopefully better.
We've got Naughty List, which will be a great Christmas cover to show, and I don't know, it's just got that kind of Silent Night, Deadly Night vibe.
Is
So
that Chevy Chase?
Yeah, it's Chevy Chase as Rick from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
And this is a Steve Niles who I like a lot. It's issue 1. It is a great title. Chin Music. So like some kind of gangster noir. Looks like I don't know, Chinese. Maybe it takes place in San Francisco or something. But awesome cover. I don't know if any of you guys read anything from Ahoy Publishing, but they've done some really interesting things. I know Dope had he had the one the guy, the chandelier, whatever that one was called. My bad. Yeah. So this one's called Planet of the Nerds, and if that doesn't give you like Porky's, 80s movie vibes, so cool. And then the last one I'm really concerned about because I did buy another book from this company. So this is Man Goat and the Bunny Man from Zenoscope, and they're doing the Blink. So yeah, they're doing the Blink 182.
Nurse, yeah, it's like that.
And when I got White Tiger from them, and it's weird furry stuff. So again, Steve, I'm gonna trust you and read it, but I'm not sure about these recommendations. And the last thing he said, he was sending me a surprise, and this is really cool. So, I teach 3rd grade, and this is a Schoolhouse Rock coloring book.
Love it.
I'll have you know, on Fridays in room 13, we are definitely allowed to draw and color when we're done with things. So I'll be copying pages out of this and letting my kids color.
Right on.
I thought you'd like that.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome, Steve. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So that's me, Rich. Don't do that thing where I'm big and drinking.
See what Stevie's got.
That's me all the time.
Right.
Big and drink.
Okay. I have a very interesting cover. This is Captain America number 3 from 2018. And if you look closely, it's an homage cover to a whole bunch of Indian things. He has a Clint Eastwood hat. He's got General Custer's hair. He's got the Lone Ranger's mask, Tonto's armband, and then he has Daniel Boone's boots with the phrase on them. And he's got an Indian shield, and he's in a gunfight, and he's reaching for a gun, but there's nothing on that side of his body. He doesn't have one. And in the background is Dum Dum Dugan from the Howling Commandos. And I'm not sure, but it says Jack Kirby in 2018. I don't know was he alive at that point?
It's probably is it an homage to a Kirby cover, I bet?
Well, his name is under the variant cover, so that's what I thought about that one. So isn't that a whole bunch of things on one character? Yeah. And I cannot figure out the shirt. What are they trying to convey with the shirt?
I can't get over the hair. He looks like Captain Pilgrim.
Now, from the obscure to the real cool, here's another Captain America cover.
Oh yeah!
Wow, that's awesome.
That's I think it is.
Who is it?
Vareji, I believe he's.
Yes.
He passed away just like a year or two ago. Native American artist.
I've never
That's
seen that.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it is real cool. That's why I picked it out, and it's from 2021. So that's that one. And this one is for Rich. He said Buscema was his favorite. Uh,
Nice.
It's awesome.
so I picked out one with a Buscema cover. And this is from 35 cents. So I got it written down here.
Can't go wrong with that one.
Yep. Well, I'll just move on. Now, I have been collecting Howard the Duck, the Iron Duck. It's a 2-issue series, and I had the first one.
That's great.
And
I
he's fighting Dr. Bong.
I
That's
just
who he's-
picked that one up, hoping that you didn't have it. I was going to send it to you.
I used to
just
fight
got
Dr.
it.
Long back in high school.
And there's the money shot after he gets his armor developed.
Wow.
And then the second one in the series is called The Final Bong. That's like all right, last call. All right. And so I haven't read it yet. I just got it the other day. So I've completed my 2-book series on Howard the Duck, the Iron
Well
Duck.
done.
Now here's one I got out of the dollar bin,
Oh,
and I love the cover. It's the
Do you
Flash.
really?
Yes, I do.
I think the Flash looks so weird on this cover.
You know what it is? It's the lips.
I know. It's just it's so weird. It's Carmine
teeth.
Infantino.
Lips and
but-
teeth.
He started drawing with this style towards the end of the Flash's run. And I have them all. I have like 300 to 350 complete, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, those later issues, they look a little weird.
Yep. All right. See you later, Mr. Allen. He was on trial. Here's one I love.
Oh,
This is
Oh, yeah, Gru the Wanderer. That's great.
Gru the Wanderer's dog, and his name is Rough something or another, Rufferto. His dog and companion, and this is in real good shape. There's no spine ticks. The square corners. It's in really excellent shape, and I got one. Here we go. For this round, I'll finish with this one. This is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. It's a dark cover. I'm trying to get a little more light on it.
Mm.
And it's just beautiful. And she's fighting. I got to show one interior panel. She's fighting a tiger.
Is it newer? Steve?
I think so. I think it's
Dynamite.
It's a cool cover.
it really is.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I think it's Lucio Perillo.
I love Perillo.
Yeah.
I know they do darker covers, but I love both those guys.
And what I like is sometimes I like a comic book that tells a story visually without a lot of words, if it's done well. But I recently saw a Hulk that was done not so well,
Yeah.
But
Foreshadowing. I have a really cool one that I'll be showing.
that's it for that round.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that Sheena a lot.
I think the Howard the Duck was hysterical.
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing a fire hydrant.
Well, it is. And he's got like toothbrushes for windshield wipers on his visor,
Oh, nice.
But Well, I'll show a couple, I guess. What I
Cool.
been getting here lately. Let's see. Boom. First one we get here is a. I don't know. I've seen it on some other channels and stuff, but I ended up getting it. Forget who I bought it off of. I think it was West Coast Avengers, Dave from out west. And it was a Kickstarter book, and it's this Savage Street Vigilante.
I think I told you about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody I couldn't remember who I'd heard it from, but when he popped it up for sale in his sale last week, man, I just happened to be watching. I was like, I want to get that, and I'm glad I did, man, because it is a wild ride, dude.
It's so great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of liberties, and I mean, I'm a Batman guy myself, so but that thing, you get a chance to pick one up, man, you'll be like, yeah, just make sure there's no kids around when you're reading it. So, but yeah, I really like that one, man. That was really cool. And then today I got a big old stack of out of the 50-cent bin, the Astro Cities.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Oh
great
yeah,
read.
Coach Bisick.
It has all these Alex Ross covers, you know. I caught my dude at Mavericks, man. He was like, "Hey, did you check out the 50-cent box? I put some more stuff in there." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I went over and looked in there. I said, "These are 50 cents?" He's like, "Yep."
Yeah, for 50 cents. Come on.
So I got that special. I got the special.
This one guy at a booth had an original Alex Ross Superman painting. I mean,
wow.
it was like $30,000 or something. You know,
Yeah.
it was really large. I don't know if Matt's still on, but yeah, Matt would have loved it. It was really, really beautiful.
But it started at like number 12. This Astro Cities, you know, number 12 there.
That's God.
Oh, that's crazy.
These Alex Ross covers. There's 14
Awesome.
or 13, and then 14. And
Yeah, that's a series I really would like to reread one day. It was really well done.
yeah, I need to get the rest of them now. It was one of those things that's been on my radar for a while. I just never have come across them anywhere. I figured I eventually would, but here's 16. Some of these, I mean, you just automatically tell that they're Alex Ross, without a doubt. 17. Like Turtle Man or something. I don't know what
They had a ton of these. That's great.
Yeah. 19. Yeah, it was.
These are all Ross covers too.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great for 50 cents. That's amazing.
20. And then the last one is 22. But then, real quick, they had Astro City's Local Heroes. Have you heard of that one, Nate?
Yeah.
It's a 1 through 5 series.
I think this series was coming out when I worked in the comic shop, so I could read anything for free. So I always read this because it was like Golden Age, its own universe, but it was like Golden Age heroes. It was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like that one there. That's very Superman-esque.
Right.
It's really cool. Alex Ross covers, like the reflection off of a guy's medallion piece. Or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
chest piece,
God, that's cool.
He's so good, Ross.
Yeah, Alex
Right?
Ross. That's doesn't get. But
It almost like a Golden Age moment.
And the thing is, like, if you went and picked up the trades of this, you'd spend at least $10, even used.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, you're killing it here.
I got it for 50 cents. I told Leo, man, I was like, man, if you get the first 11, let me know.
Right?
So, but that, yeah, just digging around trying to find different things. But you come across, I'm a Kelly Jones guy, so I came across
I have that one.
Edge of Doom, Kelly Jones, another Kelly Jones Edge of Doom. But I haven't, like I said, just got them today, so I don't have a clue what they're even about. But the art's by Kelly Jones. That's all that matters to me. And then good old Lord Pumpkin, I found number 0. I got number 1,
Lord,
Lord Pumpkin. And then,
The Great Pumpkin, Big Nasty.
yeah. Where's one of the other ones at? Oh, yeah. Then I found the Naive Interdimensional Commando Koalas.
What?
My God.
I've not even
Abbey
heard of
Road,
that. Yeah, little Abbey Road. That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an Abbey Road tribute thing, man.
Yeah.
It's big first issue. I love that one. It says first issue.
That is.
Commando koala.
I've never heard of that one, and I collect any like Turtles parody. That is awesome.
Yeah, I love that, man, when I come across that one. And then I think somebody showed this, I don't know if it was Adam or you, Nate, that the Stray Toasters, you guys talked about that.
I don't have that.
Not
Who
me now.
That's
I've never seen that
Is it
before.
Sienkiewicz?
yes, in Cabbage.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
And it is, it's like an art student when you try to look through this sucker, man. It is like off the wall, hard
Okay.
to follow, but really cool though at the same time.
I mean, if it's Sienkiewicz's art, I don't care.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's called
Stray
Stray Toasters. Yeah,
Writing
and
it down.
he's so distinctive, and I mean, you could pick it out
Right.
pretty quickly.
Okay, so I was watching Dead Man Comic Cover Show, Terry over in England. He's showing Star Trek comics, and
Great show.
Sienkiewicz did the first issue of Next Generation. He did the cover of that. I did not know that.
oh, wow.
And I knew Perez. Well, from Terry, I knew Perez did the original Star Trek. So then there was somebody else who did another cover from that run that just blew my mind too. But yeah,
And then you was talking about this. I did come across these. My bad.
JSS. Oh yes,
Number 1,
awesome.
number 2,
There's Chandelier Man.
Chandelier Man. And then
There's-
the good old
there's-
salad shooter.
There's like a and some
Numbers.
there's a gorilla with a barrel full of poison or acid or something like that.
It looks like a pog shooter.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. Number 2.
the
Yeah.
author of this, Mark Russell, is so funny. He
Oh
he
man,
wrote
I gotta find that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I recommend almost anything he's written. I have loved.
when I came across that one, man, I was like, yes, because I know Dope had talked about them, a while back, showed them and stuff. So,
Yeah,
And
I've
then,
been looking.
and then I got found this little gem here. It's Succulina. Vampire Pimp.
Vampire.
Little Succulina, buddy.
Yeah, you had to ask her out early in the week. Believe
Yeah.
me, her dance card filled quick.
That's a date I might just go on, man. I don't know.
How did she get the temp job though? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Vampire Temp.
Back in the day, we just knew her as Jaws.
That's my round. Yeah, who
Uh,
wants to go next?
funny.
Uh,
Chonko.
yeah, I can go back
Choco.
to- Yeah. So, like I said, I dropped a bunch of stuff off at CGC, and they had this thing where you get it back by the end of the convention. I got everything back this morning. I dropped it off yesterday morning, got everything back this morning. So it was really impressive. I know a lot of people, talk shit about CGC, and sometimes it's well deserved. But you also have to call it out when people do well, and I think they did really well with this. So I had two things that I had to reslab. One fell off the wall of the Chonko Small But Mighty comic room. This one fell off and was broken. So it got reslabbed today. So it's just a reslab of my this Chamber of Chills
So nice.
dragon down into the
Very cool.
thing. But yeah, Chamber of Chills 13 from 52. And I also reslabbed that big book that I recently got because since it's a pedigree, I wanted the fancy gold label, and so this is that Shadow Comics number 10 that
That cover is so awesome.
That is
Yeah,
so
that is-
good.
I love
for people
that.
that have been haven't heard this is a really big book, and like there are 22 blue labels on Census. I think this is the only pedigree, and the weirdest thing about this, there's only 22. Like I think there's one restored and one other something else. Maybe two restored, so 24 on Census. But yeah, and this is 1943.
And a 7.0.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
it's the Crawley copy. So Crawley was he was the editor of Fawcett, I think, and he used to collect copies of other like horror or similar types of comics that Fawcett was producing, and this is from that collection that he did. The weird thing about this is a really rare book. This does not come up very often, and Stephen and I each bought one the same week. We both
That's crazy.
got one, and these never come up. And somehow we both like ran into a copy. The same week. But yeah, so Reslab that it looks just so awesome. Gold label.
That's nice, man.
Like, permanently in the personal collection, never going anywhere. In
Yeah,
fact,
that's amazing.
yeah, it's like permanently out of circulation. Like it's like, so yeah, if you're looking for one and you're looking for like a non-restored copy, turns out there's only 20 now, because I know Steven's not getting rid of it. I'm not getting rid of mine. But then a couple things I had these raw, and I like if something's like, if I have a Golden Age or like pre-code horror, Golden Age stuff that's in relatively good shape, I like to slap them because they're not always. There's a lot of them are really fragile. So this is Out of the Night number 5 in a 5.5. Man, my camera's screwing up. I apologize. Let me try to
Yeah, just give it a second. Yeah.
do something here.
There we
There
go.
you go.
But yeah, really
That-
cool cover.
That is a really cool cover.
Yeah. This is a cool series. That's Out of the Night, and yeah, Ken Bold cover. Not familiar, but yeah, one that since it was in good shape, I wanted to make sure that it stays in good shape. This is another one. So Matt
Chaco,
Baker,
it's your cheap porn motel cameras you got there, man, or
it's a
something.
great camera. It's just in this. It's for some reason it's hating this hotel room, and
It's the artwork on the back.
It's that porn lighting, man.
I think it's trying to focus on that out of focus art behind you.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think the camera's like, I don't know what to do.
I
yeah.
don't know what to do.
Let me
It's like
try
casting couch.
like this, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So like Matt Baker only did a couple of horror covers, and someone like on a certain site, they were showing another horror cover, or that they were claiming Matt Baker, but it turns out this is not a Matt Baker cover, but Matt Baker did some internal art on this Strange Mysteries number 19, and for this, I think there's only 17 blue label.
Wow.
This is late in the pre-code horror run. This is late in 1954, so toward the end of it. So then I said I teased I had a really cool story. I met Jeffrey Darrow today, and
Oh, cool.
I didn't know he was
Wow.
Cool, man.
and I'm like for those of you who don't know, I have a real personal story with Mobius, where in 1987 I met Mobius. Oh my God, this is so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to see.
There we go.
There you are.
I met Mobius at Chicago Comic Con in 1987, and
Wow.
had him sign one of those Silver Surfer graphic novels. I have it at home, and he not only signed it, he remarked it with like a profile of me in it. I still have it. Had it all these years. Just supremely nice guy. He didn't speak a word of English, I don't think, at the time, but really great story. And if you know, Jeffrey Darrow worked with Mobius on it was I just was looking at City of Fire. I think that was the if you go look at those prints that those two guys did, and they're like the most amazing artwork you'll ever see. Like, Mobius obviously very famous for Heavy Metal magazine, and his fine art and stuff. And Jeffrey Darrow, for those who don't know, he did this kind of series with Mobius, but then he also worked with Frank Miller on something called Hard Boiled, which is like I believe it's late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I have it, man. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
Like the big magazine format thing.
Yeah,
it's
I have that
sweet.
too.
I love it.
He's so good. He's so good. And I was at his booth. There were just a couple of people there, like talking to him, and I walked up, and so he recently, like last year, he did something called Shaolin Cowboy.
That's
He
great.
did that a long time ago.
Yeah, I did it a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, maybe start. Well, these two are from the Shaolin Cowboy. I don't know. This one,
Okay.
this is all Shaolin Cowboy, but it's just all kung fu techniques.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
And so I got him to sign that. So that's number 444 of 500. He signed.
See, that's awesome because he lives in France, man. So that's awesome that Jeff he was over here doing signings and stuff, man.
Sure.
This one too, Shaolin Cowboy versus Big Guy, his robot.
Yeah.
Was it Rusty and Big Guy? Was that the series back then?
Cool.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Remarked it, and it's just amazing. And so, but I told him my Mobius story, and he's like, wait, I've got a great story for you. So I'm like, oh shit, here we go, man. This is gonna be a great story. And he says, yeah. He's like, back in the day, Frank Miller didn't like Mobius. Like he was mad at him for something, and Mobius had no idea, I guess, whatever he had done to offend him. And they were like hanging out, and they were out near where Frank Miller lives. And Darrow said that he was going to go hang out with Frank Miller. He's like, oh, I'll come with. He's like, no problem. And he's like, oh, geez, I don't know how this is going to go. And so he called Frank. He's like, yeah. So Mobius is going to come with me. So he came, and he said they just hung out. It was like water under the bridge. Everybody was cool. He said, but he just had no idea how that was going to break. And he said he couldn't remember why they didn't like each other. But he said the entire time, he said, Frank Miller, he's like, if you're on his bad side, he's like, he can be like not a nice guy. So it was, he didn't know how this was going to go, but it turned out they got along, like famously well, and we're very good friends all the way to the end of Mobius's life after that. So, little story that he shared that I figured I would share too.
Very cool.
Very cool. Then there's more to it. Check this out. I part of the submission that I had dropped off, I had no idea. One of the things I dropped off, I had already dropped this off yesterday, so by the time I met Darrow, it would have been too late. I had no idea. I dropped off a Jeffrey Darrow cover, but it was this is an infamous book, the Matrix comic book preview from 1999. This was recalled, and most of the issues were destroyed because it's one of the famous kind of recall issues. But this is a Jeffrey Darrow cover. If I had known, I would not have. I would not have slabbed. I would have had the guy sign the thing before I slabbed it. So I kind of screwed up on that. But it only came back in 92. But these are really hard to get in high grade because it's all black and there are not a lot of them apparently. Like there's some controversy about this. Like, did they actually destroy the ones that they recalled or not?
Why did they recall it? I don't recall why they recalled it.
The movie studio felt it was too graphic and too overtly sexualized and stuff. The contents. The movie studio didn't like the contents of the comic, and they asked them to recall it. That's what I heard, at least. So, but then I have just a handful of other things. My submission. I'll run through these kind of quick. And this might be the only graded copy of this because this just released, I think, this week. But I read it. I got two copies. I got the regular cover and I got the sketch cover. And I was like, man, this is really good. And I heard that it's sold out of the first run and it is going into a second printing already. But I don't know if you've read it yet. Has anybody read Vatican City?
I have not. I saw it, but I didn't pick it up.
No, I never.
Vampires have taken over the world. They've killed everyone except the small group of humans that are located in Vatican City that are holed up, and it's the one place that vampires can't go. Like they can't due to the religious implication, they can't make it in. It's really really good, and I think
That's
it's gonna
cool.
this is totally like just. I was dropping things off. I'm like, man, I think this is good. But yeah, came back to 9.8, the sketch cover, and it was just because I was dropping things off, and I don't know that anybody has a graded copy of that book because it is so new. And then I have another one, and I don't know, maybe people are familiar with this. Noble Causes, Family Secrets.
I've heard. Yeah, I know that book.
First cameo of Invincible, and so this is something that was kind of ignored for some time. Comic Tom started. I got a Comic Tom story too, but my Comic Tom story. Yeah, he started kind of mentioning this, and he mentioned it a couple months ago. So I think I bought this for about like $70, but
Wow.
yeah, it's hard, but in a 9.8. This is selling this week for $400 in a 9.8, and just keeps going up. So I was kind of like, that was just something where I had it and I knew it was in good shape. I thought it might get the 9.8. And then just a couple other things, and I'll show you my big thing. And
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Don't your big thing.
Yeah, on a Saturday night. Ooh.
Where's Succulina?
Yeah.
There'll be some big thing in that way around John. Don't twist them. Mark Spears, Monsters #1. This is the Wolfman.
Oh,
variant.
wow.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah,
That is-
Nice.
I hope. I mean, I have the A cover of that, like the the boys homage or whatever. But I really hope they put out a cover gallery of this series because I just want them all.
Should.
I don't want to pay for them. You know,
Right.
I don't want to be able to flip through a book.
Now, I don't know if anybody who doesn't watch Beyond Wednesdays. I know I keep pumping it in, and I like Brian a lot. I like what he's doing over there. But yeah, like pretty much every Wednesday, Mark Spears is on. He's just and he's just like hanging out in the chat, and he's giving updates about, oh yeah, the Kickstarter. This is what's going on, and he'll just show up, start talking. Literally the nicest person, and was like totally disregarded by both Marvel and DC for years and years, and then just kind of independently put this out. Started with Kickstarter, and then with King Spot, literally like punk rocket ethos, just do it yourself. And I just cheer for the guy that he's having all the success now.
Oh,
But
he's everywhere.
I'm not cheering for Comic Tom, and I'll give you that story in a minute. That guy. I like his channel, but something I'll tell you. And then a last thing, I got another thing that just dropped, and I had it, so I was like, I'm gonna submit it. But the new Hush 2 storyline, so Batman #158, dropped that off. But it's the foil wraparound from Sean Gordon Murphy, and banger in a 9.9.
Wow.
So how did you get that back so fast?
When you're doing the on-site submissions, they do it during the show, and
Wow.
for certain shows, they don't do this for every show, but for certain bigger shows, they have enough people there that they're just grading on site, and they promised this stuff would be back by the end of the convention, and so I thought it was going to be back tomorrow, but it was done today. And one cool story, Very Gary. I don't know if you guys watch Very Gary's channel. I like his channel.
I like it too.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like
me
right next to me picking his stuff up, and yeah, super nice guy. I was showing him. I'm like, yo, Gary, I like your channel. He's like, oh, thanks, man. What are you getting? And I was like, look, man, and I showed him my shadow, of course. I gotta flex the one big book. Yeah, look at that. And he got a 9.9 back and something too. Nice guy, super nice guy. Did meet Comic Tom as well, and he nice enough. I mean, he did do the germaphobe thing, like going, hey Tom, whatever, and he went, whoa, and did one of these. So fine. But Comic Tom got a bunch of C2E2 exclusives somehow, and not one of them was available at C2E2. Every single one of them, that guy was auctioning off on Whatnot. So all of these variants, like you're going to C2E2 and they're advertising these things. Oh, we hear you. These are available, and he's dropping these, and auctioning them. They're going for like $300 on his Whatnot, instead of like them being available at C2E2. But they're called these C2E2 exclusives. It was I just was absolutely, I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, okay, whatever, do whatever you want. But part of me is like, why are you calling this a C2E2 exclusive? That's a Whatnot exclusive. That's not
Right.
Anybody who paid to travel. Like I didn't pay that much to travel. I did stay in a hotel, but like if you're there and you're kind of counting on these C2E2 exclusives to be there, I mean, are you really counting on Comic Tom jumping on the internet and everybody jump out? Hey, you're gonna miss out. There's only this many of these for $300 for a raw book. I thought it was garbage personally, and
The old-fashioned bait and switch.
I was really unhappy by it, and like I've said in the past, I haven't minded Comic Tom in the past. I know he does have a bit of a Carnival Barker persona, but I've always thought he has a pretty good show, is really well produced, but this I thought this was just garbage. I still don't like it. I mean you're kind of waiting to see where you can get these exclusives, and some of them are really cool, and then they're all on Whatnot by him, only him. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, that's my Comic Tom story. And last is my big thing. So as Biggie says, the banger. This is the big one, the banger. And if you've been on my Instagram, or if you saw last night, I showed this. But I was at the place with the guy with the Alex Ross original art, and he we're talking about different things. I asked him if he had any Carl Barks. I asked him if he had any Dan Rosa. He didn't have either of those. And then I was asking him about, just some other stuff. And then I mentioned, well, do you have any Bruce Timm? He's like, oh yeah, I got a lot of Bruce Timm. I'm like, oh shit. So then he's like going and he's showing me. He's like, I got this and I got this, and he's like showing me like some original. But then he starts getting into cartoon cells, and he's showing me like there's a cartoon cell of like Clayface and stuff. I'm like, oh wow, that's good. It's like used in the cartoon and signed. And then I'm like, really, I'd rather see. I like the way he does the girl characters. That's I don't know that I'm gonna do that for Clayface. He's like, okay, well, how about this? And
Oh, nice.
yeah, so this is a cell of Livewire and Poison Ivy, signed by Bruce Timm.
That's
And,
awesome.
Wow.
got the Warner Brothers logo, and this was used in the Batman series, an actual cell from the cartoon series. And
That is very cool.
I blew basically the budget on that. That was
These things happen.
as Biggie would say, that was the banger, the big banger.
Yeah,
A big
that
banger.
is very cool.
That's it.
That's it. Hard to follow. Anybody want to follow that?
Ooh,
I got something, Rich.
I love everyone's enthusiasm.
Yes, me too.
Take that, Bruce Timm autograph.
Well,
I got a book to show, a couple of books.
all right. Well, throw DVD
Oh,
up.
okay, first of all, congratulations on getting the Astro City a big chunk run for 50 cents a book.
Yeah.
Part of the hobby for me is to find a bargain from time to time. And not everything is, for me, going to be a big book. I was lucky enough to be off on April Fool's Day, and my comic shop had a sale that day, and I saved about $70 on the stuff I bought. And one of the things I bought is in near mint condition. It is Marvel Tales, and it reprints the first 4 Killer Books Here's the Fantastic Four cover and story,
Oh, cool.
and it's in mint condition. And they came out in '61. And then the next one is Amazing Fantasy 15, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And just to have these great covers in the collection. And the next one is the X-Men #1. I mean, and wait till I get to the end and tell you how much I paid for this book. The X-Men #1. Mind you, this is in, no one ever looked at this book before me. I'm pretty sure. And Avengers. And there's the Avengers #1.
There's the one for Steve.
Yeah.
Big man.
And the cover price on this was $7.99, and I got it out of their dollar bin.
Yeah.
So I got
nice
those
job.
4 landmark issues for a quarter a piece, the cover. So that was a good bargain, I thought.
You
So-
paid twice the cover price of the originals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
You got
right.
ripped off.
Yeah, but every once in a while you get lucky. And now I know Matt likes comics that advertise a product, and this is Colonel Keds and his exciting Bell Rocket Belt, and it's a tiny book, maybe a dozen pages, and it was put out by the Unirile Tire Company. And they're the ones that were behind Ked's shoes, tennis shoes. And this interior page is kind of cool. It's a history of aviation from the Wright brothers to just landmarks in aviation history. And in the very end of the book, I call this is the money shot. So you see the colonel taking off in his jetpack with his Keds tennis shoes on.
You gotta have
Yeah.
Keds. If you don't wear your Keds, you are effed, man. You will break
That's
your
right.
legs when you land.
They could run faster than planes, go to the moon. I mean, you know.
Steve, that is I love promotional books, man. That
Yeah,
is
that's cool.
awesome. I've never seen that one before. That is super cool, dude.
It's from 1965.
Well, and I bet that's, there's archival footage of like NASA experimental rocket, like that's what that looks like to me. I wonder if that's like the real thing that they did. I'm sure you could find it on YouTube, but there was, some kind of compressed air jetpack that was never made for mass production.
Well, when I was a kid, the early James Bond movies were coming out, and he showed up in one of the movies in a jetpack.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was big news and everything at the time.
Awesome.
Okay, here's one that's going to go in my Halloween collection. Vamps, 1 of 3, Pumpkin Time.
All right. Nice.
That's a great
Pumpkin
title.
time.
I think you see a few pumpkins there.
I love that.
And what's
Grow
really
up,
cool
Adam.
about this book, this is one, I look at comics without reading them. So the vampire girl, she bites the head of a biker's gang and turns him into a vampire. And eventually, she turns the whole pack of Hell's Angels types into vampires, and she's the leader now.
Nice.
I love it.
So it's pretty well drawn.
I wonder if she knows Succulina.
Yeah. Succulenta versus Pumpkin Time. Here we go.
I like to
I've
collect
seen that movie.
Succulina
That's like something out of the 70s.
and her sister. We'll figure that one out later.
Swallowing.
So I like to collect comic books with trumpets and instruments on the covers. And here's my newest one. It's called Jazz Legend. And I haven't read it, but it's the cover by, and it's from 2018. and the trumpet's coming out of the sand or the ground, kind of like a horror dream sequence. It looks like. And I have another Captain America book that is kind of strange. Number 12, Captain America Carnageized. So they turned him into the Carnage.
Huh.
Nice.
I think it's really interesting just the amount of fandom that people love to get stuff venomized or carnageized. Like they'll request a character drawn or something venomized. It's just
if you're a DC fan, like all of the dang McFarlane figures get Jokerized.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one is of one of a 3-issue sequence called Theon, and it's a retro space cover. It's going to go in my space collection.
That's a cool cover.
That's cool.
Yeah, it appealed to me. And there's one little sequence I'll show you, and then I'll pass it to the next guy. And it's black and white, and so just a quick sampling of the interior art. So she's up there in space, and she's eventually going to crash her spaceship. And the next thing you know, after she crashes her spaceship, there's a pinup page saying Theon is just relaxing now, right after she crashes the spaceship. The next page, and now she's relaxing. I thought that was amusing.
That's funny.
And that's Pyramid Comics. I've never had one before, but it's a real cool cover.
I love finding that 80s stuff that I've never heard of Pyramid either, but it's just, it's cool when you find it. I know, Rich, you're the same way. I kind of feel like I'm archiving it, for history, even though it's just me, but
Yeah, I love
at
that
least
stuff,
somebody
man.
knows about it.
Yeah, I love that stuff. That's why I was digging through today, man. It was just like, heaven. It was just great.
Cool.
I got one more. Adam. All right, this is called New Thing. And Adam and Eve's approaching the tree of knowledge, which is a cell phone. And all through the book, it's Big Brother-like and showing everybody at their stations, everybody always looking at their cell phone constantly throughout the whole book. And then there's one ad that's real funny. It says ETER, and this alien goes into the ER, and the doctor says, "What's bothering you?" I got a migraine.
Yeah.
Got an axe in his head.
And that's it, guys.
That's cool.
I got some more really weird stuff. So when Nate had me on his show, I had this whole stack, and then I was like, "Oh man, I forgot this other pile of weird." So get your list ready, Nate. Right?
Yeah.
But the first one here is Hero Sandwich.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Oh.
It's also by slave labor, so famous for doing Samurai Penguin. But it's good black and white.
Yeah.
Only a face a mother could love.
I'm
Kind
trying
of
to think
thing.
if I've seen that or not. I don't think I have.
Yeah, but this one,
I have.
that one was it was actually kind of an interesting read. I know Nate likes heroes that sometimes wear roller skates. So there are roller coasters.
Oh, no.
I don't know if y'all see the. This
Wow.
It's not just one, but the whole team.
Yes,
Oh.
wrap around.
roller skates.
Oh, goodness.
Awesome.
You know,
Great.
Wow, what
They're
year is this from?
They're all the four, the four wheels.
Do you have a
But yeah,
publication date for that? Because that is weird. Like,
1987, and it's
Okay.
Blue Comet Press. But yeah,
That's
and
around the same time Skate Man came out, wasn't it? Neil Adams.
maybe I think around that time.
Skate Man's already on the list.
Yeah, but yeah, but it's just good black and white indie comics. I'm sure y'all have heard of Thunder Bunny.
Yep.
I have heard of
Yeah.
Thunder Bunny.
Yeah.
That.
So I got to get number one of Thunder Bunny. Speaking of kind of Turtles books, have y'all seen Big Bang Comics? This was
No.
an Image series. They did a whole bunch of these, but it's got a whole bunch of turtles on the back. It's got like a Batman thing. These are all kind of like 4 different stories that are kind of parody-ish in them. But there's I got some that were kind of the cooler, interesting ones. And then this was that was number 10, and this is number 22.
Oh, that's great.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I did see this one before.
So that looks kind of like golden agey.
Right.
Is that an homage to like a Batman cover?
I know that's what I was getting ready to say, Chonka. That's what it looked
But
like.
what was weird, I saw Tom King. I was like, it can't be the same Tom King, I don't think. But
I wouldn't think so.
And then that's a back cover is pretty crazy, wild painted. But I saw a whole bunch of these. I might have to go back and pick them up. But this has a whole of course, like Batman parody, The Night Watchman.
Who's the publisher?
It's Image.
Wow. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. And I don't know. Do y'all have the Protectors? This version. This is the.
I do.
Yes.
I have that one.
Yeah, I have that too.
All right. Yep. Hey,
It's kind of
everybody.
gross how much Protectors in Malibu I have at this point.
Yes, me too.
I thought this one was very weird. It's Figments.
Oh,
I thought that said punch meat.
Yeah, it's beyond
That's awesome.
imagination.
I love
That was just so weird. The art inside is actually pretty decent. And then I love doing that. I'm sure y'all all do this. It's like
Yeah.
when you get the ads
yeah.
for buying back issues, and you think like, oh man, if I had $10, what would I buy right now? I could spend like half an hour on that. But this is mostly, just who put this one out? Because sometimes it's just Amazing Publishing Company.
Huh. Yeah, I've got a few books by Amazing, but I haven't seen that.
And
Punch meat. I have to put punch meat on my list.
this one was just, oh my gosh, it was terrible, which made it awesome. It's C&T Graphics publication, The Diggers.
Oh wow.
Wow, I like
Great
that one.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
But
sweet.
it's kind of about some archaeologists that are digging in a cave, and then this crazy monster thing comes out, and it's been all like radioactive, and comes out and tries to gets loose in the world. And so they kind of come back, and they're like, we're going to form the Diggers. And so
Wow.
I gotta find number 2. It's like a cliffhanger, like that. But this is like one.
I
of
have
the,
a feeling there may not be a number 2.
yeah. This guy, he was like one of their friends that they sent in to do check out some of the radioactive stuff. So he's like dying in this suit. So he's not as good as Iron Man, Steve. So.
Like the iron lung soup.
He's about like Howard the Iron Duck.
Yeah. And then have y'all seen Interplanetary Lizards of the Texas Plains?
Damn it, no.
Another
I
anthropomorphic
came
animal.
into several of these, but this one I just really like this cover. Yeah, there is Nate. Like, all right, gotta write this down.
Son of a
Nate's
bitch.
house is growing.
Yeah, watch for
But
our
that's
next
the, that's
action.
the second one I haven't like the
Or I'll
what was
pulverize
the
your
one
pancreas.
what was the one you showed earlier, Rich? The
Oh, the koalas. Yeah,
koalas. Yeah, what was that one called?
That one's the naive interdimensional commando koalas.
Naive interdimensional. I will never be able to read this writing.
But I mean, yeah. But I mean,
And it's got the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters in the background too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
the
Don't know
art's
the
kind of
cover.
crazy on this. I want to get more of them, but this is number 3. So,
Cool.
and I think also inspired by Ferret, we have Leopard.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Another, mulleted creature.
Yes.
Another mulleted animal-based hero.
Yes.
You can't have too many. You can't have
You
too many.
really
I
can't.
just got
I
a big
love it.
badger run, so I'll have to look out for leopard for sure.
Leopard.
We all have to look out for leopard.
By the way, like I was about to do a meme thing. Like I was going to bring my die cut ferret. I was going to submit it.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
yes.
I was going to have it slabbed, but it's like I balked. I was like, I already know I'm going to spend too much money. It's not worth. It was going to be like whatever, $45. I was like, man, I know I could use that $45 elsewhere. It's not that funny.
It'll be a regret. No, it'll be a regret.
Yeah.
It would be
And,
kind of funny.
Like,
It would be funny to have it.
also, like the ferret, there is leopard merch, so you can get the leopard T-shirt.
Wow.
We have to try to see if we can still get that.
Yeah, the guy that made it, he's just got a box of these sitting somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
What do they
The
call that?
art's
Like
kind of-
new
yeah,
old
that's
stock
great.
where it never sold. It was just in a box somewhere.
it's in his closet. A lot of his like failed band merchandise and stuff.
The band was also called Leopard.
And, yeah,
I have, by the way, I have
And,
my failed band merchandise. I have, like the guys that helped me with my intro, the sing
Yeah.
where we did
Yeah,
the
yeah.
song, the Almighty Chugs. Yeah, I still have some of our t-shirts.
Sweet.
and this is made in Canada, so I feel like this is like the Canadian version of the ferret.
Right. We can't get the ferret up here. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna make my own.
Yeah, and then
Leopard, eh?
It's a leopard.
Greater
Coming right at you.
Mercury Comics,
It's awesome. That's an awesome comic.
The Eradicators.
I've seen
Yes.
this one.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
And,
Why are they all leaning in different directions?
Mm.
They're all like
The perspective is not well done, and that's
Yeah.
part of the
Partridge
charm.
Family, right? Like
I mean,
I love it.
there's not much.
Looks like
that's
something I threw in
well done.
high school.
I mean, but
Oh,
this guy, like the running of that guy, just all kinds of crazy. And I mean, look at the
Standing like
buns. Look at those.
why is he doing
Yeah. America's ass.
You could bounce some quarters off of that. It is insane. But yeah,
I don't know a lot about fighting or battle stances, but I don't think that's a legitimate one.
right?
and I like this just kind of cracked me up because they're trying to get some, make some friends out there, poor little Greater Mercury Comics. So they just put this support your favorite comics right to us.
Oh, that's so
Sad.
lonely.
It's like we don't have a single letter from anybody. So
Oh.
please,
Will
make
you-
off. You feel-
Will
yeah,
you like
hey,
our
people
comic?
out
Check
there.
yes or no.
Yeah. And then this was kind of weird. Aircell always does some good stuff. Hooters.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes
Those are
out.
like- those are torpedoes, man. Those ain't.
Doesn't need the magnifying glass at
I
all.
know. I mean, I don't know what he's seeing if he's magnifying.
You're looking at her pearls.
Sherlock
Oh
Holmes
my
is tough. Like you got to magnify to do something,
Nice.
And it has an ad for the protectors on the back.
Yes.
Yeah, but definitely an adult, very adult book. But I was like, didn't know what it was. I was like, that the cover was just cracking me up. So
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, that's enough. Yeah,
That's great, man.
She
Good
might
books.
tip over.
she definitely has back problems.
That's right.
But
Rich, could I show a few? Because I got some
Yeah.
that Adam sent to me, as well as just some stuff I've read recently that I kind of liked. Maybe I'll start with the stuff I kind of liked. I am really into. Nope, wrong way. There she is. Magic right now. I can't stop playing her in the Marvel Rivals game, so I've started her current ongoing is actually really fun. But I picked up the miniseries at a show a while back and just read it last week. And I got all 4 issues for 25 cents because they were in one bag. And it's just a particular vendor I go to. So this story is really weird. Like she's not Cyclops. She's Colossus's sister, and she's 7 years old, and she gets sucked through this magic portal by a demon named Belasco who keeps her there. And while she's there, she ages up. All the while, only 20 seconds have passed in the X-Men land. So when she goes through the portal in the beginning, and then by the end of the book, she comes out and she's way older, and then joins the New Mutants, which is one of the few X books that I've actually read and kind of kept up with. At least the older ones that she was in. I liked it when it was a kid team, but it's weird, man. It's an alternate universe that she gets sucked into where her brother's dead. Storm is this old lady. Kitty Pryde she's a monster. Nightcrawler's kind of crazy. This cover though, this is awesome.
Yeah,
This is
they all got really cool covers, man.
Yeah. This one here I just love. So it was a weird read, but I did enjoy it, and man, the price was right. 25 cents for 4 books. That might be one of my cheapest pickups ever. Steve had mentioned when I posted this on Instagram. So this is What If Dazzler Became the Herald of Galactus, which was awesome. It really was so stupid and awesome because she's so nice and she doesn't want him to eat planets that have sentient things on them. And by the end, she kind of teaches she basically teaches Galactus to love again. But look at the Watcher. Why does he look like that?
He's very boxy.
He's very boxy. And there's a better shot. That is not the Watcher, right? It's just weird. And then in the second story with Iron Man, it's still kind of the same thing. The Watcher to me still doesn't look like what I expect the Watcher to look like. The proportions are off.
Oh
He's
yeah,
been in the gym a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And somewhere in here, it might be at the, but they do show the Watcher at a different point in the book, and he looks normal. So it's just these artists' interpretations. But in this one, Tony Stark ends up in trapped in King Arthur's time, and I don't know. It was good. Both of those were really fun. I like What Ifs, even though I'm not a big Marvel guy. This came in a collection. I don't know. Like I said, I like the New Mutants, but I think this is almost to the end of where Liefeld comes in and ruins this book. I like up until he shows up. So I like it when it's the kid team. It's kind of like Harry Potter, but mutants because they live at the school. And so this one came in.
Is Warlock with the team at that point?
Yes, I like that character, Cannonball, all of those. So when did New Mutants die? I don't know, somewhere around here. So this is 97. This is the issue right before Deadpool. But I mean, just look at it. And I remember as a kid, trying to draw like this on purpose. What was wrong with me? We all thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
This one, I just wanted to check. So this has R. Crumb art in it, and it's Anything Goes, which I can't remember the issue
this.
number.
I
Okay,
had
this is
back in the day.
this is issue number 5, published by, what did they say? Published on an irregular basis by the Comics Journal. So
Yes.
this one has a turtle story in it in color by Eastman and Laird, which is kind
I
of a
remember I
rarity.
bought it because of this, because I was a big Turtles guy
Yeah.
back in the 80s.
Right.
Wow, this is
'Cause
amazing.
because this is 87. So this is early Turtles time. And this
Yeah.
is, it's not the first color, because the first color Turtles actually happened in an issue of Grimjack, which oddly enough I also have. But also in here, beyond the Turtles, there's these R. Crumb strips. And
Yeah.
I love R. Crumb. So this was really cool. And then just like, look, weird, random Little Orphan Annie reprints.
Wow.
That's
So
crazy.
this is put out by the Comic Journal, which they were a magazine back in this time that just covered a lot of comic book stuff. So it kind of makes sense that they had all this random stuff that kind of ran the gamut. But I got this because it was Turtles, and $2. I paid $2 for that.
Yeah. I it's one of those things like just like stunned me into like, oh wait, I know that book. Like, yeah, I haven't
Right.
thought about that in years.
So then I got a package from Adam, and this is going to show up in a video next week, I hope, but not going to dox myself, but I am going to show that because that is awesome.
That's cool. Hi, Nate.
I loved it. That was waiting for me. And he sent me some great books that I needed. So I'm trying to complete the run of Darkhawk from 1 to 50. These were 2 I didn't have that he found for me. So 32. I
Yes.
just love the freaking design of Darkhawk. I don't care.
Hey,
I
me
know
too,
I know it's 90s and ridiculous, but the helmet is badass. The grapple claw is badass. The wings, all of it. It's
Yep.
just so good.
You and Swagglehouse, like the 2 biggest Darkhawk fans.
I freaking love it.
Don't count me out. I'm only about 5 issues away from getting the whole run. So
Oh, okay.
Man.
3. There are 3
Well,
then.
I've got a bead on number 50 from another friend of mine, and I'm really
Okay.
excited. So that, hey, Kate from Kate Likes Comics is here. What's
Yeah.
up, Kate?
okay,
Darkhawk 34. And then going back to promotional books. So these aren't the promotional ones, but it was one of the characters that was in these promotional shift shoes. So he found me a couple Timmy the Timid Ghost from Charlton. These are so weird. I mean, it's Casper. Like the next one especially. This one not as much, but like this one, I mean, come on. If this isn't Casper, and what was the other guy's name?
Casper.
It's the same damn hat. Like, right?
He's not so timid anymore.
Right. You keep your hands off my girl. The last one you sent me, dude, I am so excited for, because I have decided I'm putting that run of the Max together because I'm too close. Like, I've got several of the later issues, but I didn't have this one, and this one's in really good shape for the black cover too. This is issue 20.
nice.
Love the Max.
And I love the Max. I love Sam Keith's art.
Yep.
I bet I have 5 copies of issue 1 around here somewhere, because I'll see it and just grab it because I love that cover, and
It's
I
those
love that
later
book.
ones that are evading me. It was those last few.
Yeah.
There are so
I-
few of them printed.
Yeah.
I got 34. There's 35 issues. That
Yeah.
was my last one, by the way. But I got issue 34 for $10, and
Man.
I was floored, because I see those later ones in the 30s going for $40 and $50 a piece
Yep.
sometimes.
Yep.
So to find,
one during that time, there was a very low print run of a lot of those comics.
Yeah.
And there are like people who are like looking for some of those for years because there's
Wow.
such a low print run.
This guy.
yeah, it's such a Max is such a unique book.
Mhm.
It's like it's half psychological, the way that the character is kind of insane, and
Yeah.
but also
cartoon is a-
interdimensional.
I first fell in love with the cartoon on MTV. That's what caught my attention, brought my
It was-
attention
yeah.
to
It was HBO though, right? It first came out on HBO.
MTV.
MTV.
It was liquid television. I'm almost
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah, it was late night MTV.
Why am I thinking? I must be wrong if both of you are saying it. For some reason I thought it was HBO. I don't know why I thought that.
I
loved it.
I
It was
watched the
great.
hell out of it. I mean, I bought the Image launch. Every Image launch title I bought the Pit, I bought the Max, I bought Spawn, I bought Youngblood, and I've still got most of them. All of those titles that launched at that time, those extreme books. I was the right age. I was the target, man. But
all.
Yeah.
I think out of all of them, and I'm not saying Spawn doesn't have its charm for people who dig it, and I do like Todd McFarlane's art, but the Max is the one that stands out to me as something that actually told a really unique and weird story with really cool art, not time specific art that you look back on and you're like, ugh, that was extreme. I don't see Sam Keith's art that way. I see his as just his style, and I love it.
Yep. Same with Kelly Jones. That's how I am with Kelly
Yeah.
Jones too.
Was Spawn on HBO? Is that what I'm thinking
Spawn,
of?
yep, Spawn
That's
was
what
on
Spawn
HBO.
I'm
Was, yeah.
confusing the two. Both were great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just was confusing the two.
Spawn is
I
still
have
on
an
HBO.
appearance
You can
of
stream it right now.
I have an appearance of the Watcher that was in a book I almost showed, and it's unusual.
But I like that. That at least has the big head. The proportions are right to me.
Right. That's the Watcher. When I think of the Watcher.
He's eating a bowl of popcorn, and this was one of my first Sideway comics. It's
Oh yeah.
Banner of War Part 1, Hulk versus Thor, and the cover is recycled from an interior, the centerfold. And here's what I call it: the money shot. You know,
It's like the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So in the comments, JX said the Max show was oddities, and I think he's right.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I think that's probably true.
I
I just
think
remember
Eon,
it being great. I guess I was
Yeah.
confusing just the network. But
Yeah,
I was just about to say that JX with Eon Flux. That was the other one that was on it.
Another
oh yeah,
great,
I love that.
great cartoon.
Yeah, I love those shows, man.
And the movie was great too. They did very well on the movie.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, the actual movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it either, man. It's been a while. Anybody got anything else? I got a few books, but it ain't nothing real special or nothing. Just casual, normal stuff. So
Well, yeah,
run
also,
I got a big old stack of Badger I could show you, but I didn't really at all. I was doing a run filler on the image run of Badger. Come across a bunch in a dollar bin, so had to get them. Oh, I did.
I'm gonna have to hop off here in a few minutes, Rich.
Okay,
So
let me show this real quick, and then we'll.
yeah. Oh, I don't want to stop you. If you
No,
wanna keep going.
It's Malibu, man. I had to show this Malibu Raver. Look at
Oh
that.
my God.
Look at that cover. That is
That's
awesome.
I've not seen any Malibu foils before.
Yeah, that one's wow.
It's
Just
writing it down.
hypnotizes you, man.
I am.
First fantastic issue. At the top it says Star Trek's Walter Koenig with Dan and David Day. So you're a Star Trek guy, so that
I
name
am.
sound familiar?
Nope.
Nope. I don't know if
What
that's
was
the
the name
writer.
again?
Walter Koenig?
Oh,
Koenig?
Walter Koenig. Yeah,
Koenig?
that's Chekhov.
Let's check off.
Oh, okay. Well, good shit.
So he wrote that comic.
I get what this says. Star Trek's Walter Koenig with Dan
Yeah,
and David Day. I know Dan and David Day are the artists, so he must have wrote it. So
Yeah. He actually has written some things.
Hey.
And like Nimoy did, and so did Shatner. They all put their names on stuff.
put their stuff on there. Yeah. But I got number one. Of course, I had to find number two. So,
Yes. I love that the story continues.
and then I did find another Necroscope.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Continue that run. Every time I try to find them, Malibu stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Besides just my weekly pickups, the Geiger. I don't know if anybody the last one of the Creature Commandos. Of course, Absolute Batman.
Oh, that was. Oh, what did you read it?
Not yet. I just got it
Okay.
today. And then
I'll-
Absolute Superman.
I want to hear what you think. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
I
thought it
think
was good too. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stop getting this. This just isn't
Yeah.
taking me anywhere.
I've actually really liked it. I don't know.
Oh, have you? Yes.
I will say the fourth issue. I think it was the fourth issue. was like one of the best comics I've read in a while. And
I
I'm not
haven't-
I'm not even a Superman fan.
It-
I was
It's
like,
not,
this
I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's not like Wonder Woman or Batman. It's not
yeah.
drawing me in, I guess you would say, or something. But then these old martial laws,
Oh, cool.
I found several of those today that kind of cool. The art on them is this O'Neill, different style, but
Yeah, those are cool.
yeah,
Those are under the Epic imprint.
Yeah.
yeah, epic. And then this last one I got there, it's kind of
That is awesome.
yeah, but that's pretty much it. But I want to thank everybody. I think I'm gonna call it a night, and had a long day. So I know-
Terry just showed up from England, so
Oh,
hi to
man,
Terry.
I'm sorry. Sorry, dead man. Good morning, evening. Sorry, buddy.
We should do some shout outs here. Like Terry Deadman.
Yeah,
he's
Terry.
nearing 250. I don't think he's the
He
quite
got
there.
it. He got
did
it.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations,
But that
man.
But that doesn't mean more people shouldn't go subscribe to him because he's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
was saying he was doing a giveaway at 250. Everybody should check out Big Nasty. That he just
got
hit
100.
and go check out his
Yeah.
post because he's doing a giveaway.
I hit 100, and then when I made my video that I posted today, it went down to 99, and then it went back up to 100. So,
That's what it do.
But I was like-
The secret is to not check.
yep, I'm doing a giveaway regardless. No takings back. I got that 100 the first time. So, but yeah,
This dude I just met recently, Johnny's comic stuff. Everybody should check out his channel. He's like not ingrained in YouTube culture at all, but he's got a lot of subscribers. But does a really good channel. He's a really good dude. I think you guys like him. He's the guy who gave me all these comic strips. Just talking to him a little bit. I think he might be tuned in. He said he was going to try. Also, everybody here. Apologies. I thought I was subscribed to Adam this whole time, and I wasn't. And
It's all good.
I
don't
I
worry
had to
about
apologize to him. Like I was like, and the thing is, like, I guess I didn't know that he had made a channel. Like, I think I met him before he actually had the channel, so I hadn't subscribed. So that was my fault. But and then the other guy who doesn't get a lot of shout outs, who has a great channel, 1063.
Oh,
yeah.
I love
watch
what that
him.
guy's doing, man. Like I think he's doing. I love when somebody's doing something new and different, and I think he's really kind of doing some stuff that's really different. And so Anyway, everybody on the panel and those
Yeah.
handful of other people, I just wanted to mention.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. But I appreciate everybody in the comments for showing up and hanging out. This Saturday night, hanging out and just having a good old time and talking comics. Thank everybody here on the panel for coming out. Like I said, it's been kind of a rough couple of weeks for me, and this really helps. So, but to get out here and do this, and like I said, today was the first time I actually went out to the shops and stuff. So that really helped a lot. So. But greatly appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. I put out the word to say, hey, we're going to do this. And I knew Chaco was at the E2 show. So was looking forward to hearing about all that. And that's really cool, man. It makes me
Have fun tomorrow.
more excited
One last
for Heroes, man. It just makes me more excited for Heroes like crazy hearing you talking about that show
Even though I
there.
started YouTube drama with like one of the biggest comic book channels on the planet. I actually still like this channel. I just don't like what happened with those books. That's all.
Yeah. I think sometimes them guys get a little bit big and it gets out of their hands or something.
Yeah,
But,
this Chaco guy.
Oh yeah, hey, shameless plug. Tomorrow, 9:30 a.m.
Yes.
on Hagen's channel. Thank you, Jason.
yes,
I forgot to self promote. It's not.
I was getting ready to promote you, Nate. I really was. I was getting ready to say, hey, everybody, make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Hangover show. If you're not too hungover, too tired, but just
I'm
turn it
working
on.
on it.
Listen. Yeah, and still listen, but at least listen.
But it's
And
going to
you
be
have-
on Hagen on Lettuce Comics, and we're hanging out with Alan from
Alan.
Comic Collector Geek. I'm really
I-
excited to like just get to talk to him one-on-one and let him talk about what he does and why, because his collection is amazing.
Amazing. We've been doing message tagging back and forth about setting up a on his show for me. You know.
Oh yeah, you got to
get
do
with
that.
him and stuff. Yeah. So
Got to
get
do
back
that.
into that and reschedule with everybody else. So, but all right, guys. Well, like I said, man, it's been fun, dude. I really
Yeah.
needed this. So thanks again, everybody in the chat. Thank everybody on my panel. You guys aren't subbed to them, please sub to them, and have a good rest of your night. Thanks,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks so much.
Take care, everybody.